My name is Dan Wilt. I've been leading worship in my local church settings for probably over 20 years. Do a lot with conferences and events and resourcing, worship leaders. I have a beautiful wife, 3 teenagers.
Hi, my name is Katherine, and I'm a local worship leader here in Nashville, Tennessee. I lead worship at the Franklin Vineyard. Fairly new to that process, but it's one of my passions.
Hey, my name's Mike O'Brien. I'm a worship leader for over 12 years at a church in Marietta, Georgia. And I've been leading and orchestrating worship and worship teams for that whole time. So Dan, what is your prep? You need to put together a set for that conference. What are you going to do? How does that look like for you?
Yeah.
Or maybe tell me what it looked like 10 years ago.
Now
tell me what it looks like today.
10 years ago, and I still have the database, I've got a Word document file of a choke a mule of chord charts that I changed, right? I could never change the key on them unless you start creating a new Word document, right?
Gosh.
And I would pack those puppies up and send them off to a band, and then I'd try to find the MP3s, and then I'd feel slightly illegal figuring out how I'm going to do this and on until. So I was just sending a list to them. Go and listen to this. You got to find it, but listen off this CD. This will be the arrangement, because you know that in leading conferences or events, you want to be able to show up in a short rehearsal time and nail things, because there's not a lot of time. A lot of great tools out there, but some of them were proprietary to certain types of computers, and and I just wasn't finding it. And I wasn't finding. I'll tell you what I wasn't finding was someone who was in my headspace. Since then,
for 12 years, I had a Word document. I had a folder on my computer. So I'd switch computers, and it would change up. Really insane. I had a lot of things in my brain as well. So when I went to do a worship set, I would open up a PowerPoint file, and I would look at all the little icons of the songs, and I would just scroll up and down these 200 songs and try to find the ones that I wanted.
It has been hard to find resources to really make it a quick process for getting prepared for a service or a worship set or something. When I started playing the guitar in high school, and I remember I would be searching online, trying like crazy to find the chords to a specific song, and I couldn't find them. And
the amount of information there is out there about, you take one popular song and you Google that song to find information. I love this song, I heard it on the radio, here's a line of the song that I heard. I type that line in, and it brings me up to a lyric page or to an advertisement, and I click on that, and 12 clicks later, I'm finally at the song.
and you're never sure it's legal.
Yeah, I'm not sure it's legal, but it's like a snot-nosed kid's version of the song. It's his idea, and then I copy that, and I print that up, and my bass player in the middle of rehearsal says, "What is this? What is this note? What are these things in here? Why does it say, as you smooth me instead of as you
I do
move?"
now. I can plan a set in worship team. I can send that set to those guys, especially if they're on worship team, or I get them on it somehow, because I can send the set. I can change all the keys. All the chord charts are in there. Things that I've made my own along the way are there. They can listen to the song, and my favorite part, woohoo, is that it can change the key of the song, and they can hear the whole song in a different key, and the bass player can work it in the key that I'm going to do it in. And I think that's what I love the most about worshipteam.com, because it feels like there's a worship leader on the other end, which there is, and I know there's a whole team of support on Saturday night late when something's going on or the conference is coming up. I
just wanted to manage my Sunday set, and so worshipteam.com came along. I tried it out. I downloaded the demo, and I think it's been about 2.5 years, and I haven't turned back. I mean, it's on Tuesday morning, I sit down to make my set. I listen to the Lord, spend time with Him. I look at last week's set, and I use that as my template, and I just begin to drag. You can just drag these songs around. So you throw 10 songs onto a canvas, basically. There's a canvas right there, the set planner, and I throw those songs on there, and I just start playing with them, just start listening to the Lord and thinking the keys, and you change the keys right there, and you can listen and preview, and it's like, I feel like the kingdom of God is
right.
it's not software. It's an online interface. So anybody that has the internet can share in this exact same thing. And with my team, they felt supported with it. When I called my small group leaders and I sent them a link that said, "Hey, you're invited to be a part of worshipteam.com." They came back to me, "Oh my gosh, I had no idea that this was out there." They had their own systems. My small group leaders of folders and different ways of doing it, and like the quality across the board in a church of 250 people with 12 small groups, all 12 of those small groups, the worship and the preparation, everything's gone up quality-wise, and the frustration's gone down.
I love that it has the newest songs on there. Like there's always the most recent, because I'm always looking for something new. I love finding that fresh song that's really speaking to what's happening today, and worshipteam.com always has it. And if they don't, I find them on their Facebook page and I say, "Hey, when are you guys going to get Jesus Culture songs?" And they're like, "Hey, that's actually in the progress right now. We're getting ready to put that up." And I mean, I'm still very new to this, and the whole process of even planning a worship set has been a learning process, and worshipteam.com has just made it so much easier to just really be able to listen to the Lord and not get distracted by trying to find the songs and figure it all out. It's all right there.
So when I hit print, and those things all go to the music stands, and then I export to, for me it's Pro Presenter, I export to there, or PowerPoint, or Media Shout. I export that, and I leave the church, and I go be with my family on Friday and Saturday, and I don't think about it for a second.
See what the three of us can come up with 3 songs.
That sounds great.
For a set.
You go to the keyboard. Woo! A few computers here out. Because that is the only thing that is required, is having that computer.
What I love is that I'm playing with this in real time. Like I'm looking at it, and it's telling me what keys these are in. And it's just really, instead of it being up here,
It's really intuitive.
as a visual person, it's really helpful for me.
Yeah.
So 2 Gs, 2 Ds, and then back to a G.
Now, having built that set, how are we going to communicate it to the band? That this is the set that we're doing Sunday morning.
Well, I'm going to add to calendar.
Yeah.
So let me add it to this Sunday, just for fun. And you tell them what time to show up.
Nice. You're doing this all in worship team too.
Yeah.
Yes.
Cool.
Awesome. So yeah, we're going to send that off, and we're going to lead worship and not worry about administrating things to death.
Nice.